Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing tonight? Welcome into Rover Sports. It's nice to be with y'all. Going to do this about 12 to 15 minutes. If I do this for about 30 minutes, then I kind of lose track of my thoughts. And the problem is that if anybody wants to hire me, they might have to make me do a longer show. But when people do shows, what they do is they have people like on their shows that they can interview and get through time that way. And Colin Cowherd will just talk about a marriage analogy and thick, trunky, kids. So I'll talk Giants football. I'll talk about the rookie minicamps. I'll talk about what I saw today on the internet, what I saw with football. The Matt Patricia story I think is bullshit. I'll just say that right now. It happened 22 years ago. Everybody trying to get a piece of the puzzle for sure. Anyway. And breaking news, I don't condone that. Welcome into Rover Sports. Welcome into Rover Sports, the damn show. Here we go. Trying to find out what the heck is going on here. I should have some people watching here. I have 6 people. Very proud to have 6 people on this show. This is my favorite damn show right here. I'm getting all these new T-shirts. This is East Mississippi Community College, baby. Ronald Ollie. Ronald Mother freaking Ollie, baby. And John Franklin. The first season was so much better of Last Chance U than the last season. I'll say that. But today, Giants rookie minicamp. Kyle Lauletta sounded like a damn rock star. Willie Hernandez sounded like a star. Saquon Barkley. Everything was going perfect. Everything was perfect today at rookie minicamp. Everything was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day at rookie minicamp for the New York Giants. Hey, what's going on, bud? Hey, Sports Fury. They've been popping off lately. I kind of want to check your numbers, bro, because you guys have been doing a lot of the NBA playoffs and getting in some pretty good numbers, man. RK Belmont, my friend, an original Rover here, one of the original guys, and now that we're at 2K, RK, 2K. For the subscribers. It's a pretty amazing ride. I can't believe 2,000 people are going to show up when we do a live show one day. But I wish I could give something back to the people like RK, like Sports Fury, my guy Jabari Owens, Ronald Reagan. There's just like a bunch of classic dudes that are in this live stream. So RK, it's going to be unbelievable. I'm a fan of Davis Webb. You know that I love Davis Webb and think he just has so much potential. But the thing is that Kyle Lauletta is he has incredible intangible as well. He has amazing intangibles, Kyle Lauletta. So both of these guys are talented. I think Lauletta reacts faster than Webb in some ways, but Davis can throw a prettier deep ball. I think both of them could be starters in this NFL. Both are incredible people, and I'd be happy with the franchise in either way. But I'd want Davis Webb. I've kind of bought in the Webb, and may the best man win the job, and may the best man win the competition. I don't want to trade any of them. So I appreciate you guys popping into the live stream here. 9 people on the stream right now. Let's talk a little bit about Dwayne Casey and the Raptors for just 30 seconds because I know this is a football channel. When you can't beat LeBron James, you're just going to get fired. And the fact is, Dwayne Casey, guess what? Dwayne Casey, they got to LeBron James. LeBron James shut that shit down. And basically, here's my analogy for Dwayne Casey. It's like he tries to date the same girl. The girl keeps on cheating with him with LeBron James. He goes to the gym. He gets his abs in shape. He gives the girl another chance to go out with him. And then she still cheats with LeBron James. And there's nothing that the Raptors can damn do about it. LeBron James just is in everybody's head. They don't have the players, and Dwayne Casey is just okay, and he doesn't get along with DeRozan. He benched his ass. You can't be going against a star player in the NBA, period. You cannot be going against the star player in the NBA if you're a coach, period. It's a players' league. You got to know who you're dealing with. You got to know the customer and consumer of your message, all right? So that's my thoughts on Dwayne Casey. We have 8 people in the show. 8 people up to 9. RK asks me in the comment section, Big Ben and Mason Rudolph. That's a pretty fascinating, I agree, man. That was a fascinating commentary there because, Big Ben's been okay, but he's been flirting with retirement for a while. Now, the thing is about Mason Rudolph is he won't be a threat to Big Ben because Mason Rudolph, you watch his highlights, you think he can throw a deep ball. He can't. He can't throw an out route 20 yards. He will never have a strong enough arm to perform at this level. So Mason Rudolph is automatically disqualified from ever being a starting quarterback in the NFL. It's kind of like Josh Dobbs. It's kind of like Connor Cook and EJ Manuel. You just need to have a certain level of talent throwing the NFL ball, and Mason does not have that. Now, Big Ben's known to be like an unpredictable person, whether it was with him, Todd Haley, of course, his worst moment ever in Atlanta. So, oh, man. So Mason's going to have to figure it out. Mario. Hey, Mario, how are you? I'm sorry that I am being an idiot to you tonight. I appreciate you coming into the show. And, yep, I got you. I guess if you're going to continue to do that, that is, of course, okay with me. All right, so King Brass says, yeah, Mason Rudolph. He's going to have to do it himself, but I don't believe in Mason Rudolph. And Mario might be a Mason Rudolph guy. Maybe that's why he's mad. I don't know. But listen, I don't believe in Mason for 1 second. He's a nice guy. He's from Rock Hill, South Carolina. He had a good career under Mike Gundy in that Big 12 offense. So, now I got you. You're a Dallas fan. You're offended by my video. That's exactly, it was meant to kind of draw reaction. And here's the thing about Dallas Cowboys people is that I want you guys to get better. I don't want to see the Eagles win. I like Jerry Jones. I like Prescott and Elliott, okay? And the point is that we're all fighting to get at the Eagles right now. So, Leighton Vander Esch is a nice kid. He's going to be really, really good. I'm going to be objective with the Dallas Cowboys, okay? And the fact is, it is a little harder to hate Dallas. I definitely hate the Patriots more than the Cowboys because I wish Dallas would actually start winning some of these playoff games. Like, I'm from the Northeast. Like, it's hard to meet people from actually Texas when you're living in the Northeast. There's a lot of guys. You know what? There's a lot of guys in the Northeast that when you're looking at the Northeast, there's a lot of people that pretend that they're from Texas and pretend they're Dallas fans. Those people are just frustrating sometimes. So those are the only Cowboys fans that are a tiny bit annoying. I am a Giants fan first and foremost, but 49ers, this channel is a 49ers channel pretty much. That's why people call me the Rover Niner. And it's because my Jimmy Garoppolo film videos in King Braz, I think you're a Niners fan too. It's because that has definitely brought this channel relevancy. It's revived it from the dead, and the Niners fans are the best YouTube fans. I think they're the best fan base in the NFL. Giants fans are trying to catch up a little bit. Denver fans are good. There's a couple of other ones, but I don't even think it's close right now. Jason Garrett, this is a year for Jason Garrett. That pretty much is make it or break it. We're going to see if Rico can go out there and perform, Rico Gathers. We're going to see if Cole Beasley can play better. We're going to also see if Michael Gallup can show potential. Will he be a John Ross and suck? Will he be Mike Williams and suck? And will he be Corey Davis and get hurt? He's a third-round pick. He played at Colorado State up there in Fort Collins. What will he bring to the Cowboys? He's a damn good player. and how much is he going to actually bring to this offense? I mean, it's a lot of moving parts now. What is Connor Williams going to do? Is he going to take over for Fleming? I mean, what's the right tackle situation going to look like? How's Van Der Esch going to play? Is Sean Lee going to be healthy? Is Jordan Lewis going to play better? All these are questions. I am a huge Jimmy G believer. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is I think he's the most talented quarterback in the NFL. I mean, you look at Aaron Rodgers, right? But Rodgers is going to be 33 years old. Jimmy G has the personality, cool under pressure, led game-winning drives against the Titans and the Chicago Bears. Jimmy G has been perfect. He's never lost a damn game. There's nothing bad you can say about him except that he has limited sample size. So I am all in on Garoppolo because Jimmy G, the fastest release in all football, even maybe faster than Aaron Rodgers, one of the most accurate passers. It's incredible, man. Oh my gosh. Sports Fury, you're going to Chicago for that game, or is that game in San Francisco? Because I remember the Chicago Bears. I remember you guys with Jay Cutler came back against the Niners when Alex Smith was still the quarterback, and it was like Alshon Jeffrey went off in that game, Brandon Marshall. That game was at Candlestick. I remember that. I'm trying to remember the last time that the two played each other than last year's Jimmy Garoppolo game. The rookie quarterback that will get the most starts is Josh Rosen. Then I'm going to say Sam Darnold. Yeah, it always seems like a rivalry for sure, guys. Absolutely. I like both teams. A little bit at times, and his footwork, his hip rotation can get a little bit better. It's going to be fun seeing how Pettis can contribute. It's going to be fun seeing if Trent Taylor can go ahead and contribute. So, and exactly. That first game will be so telling. The Vikings are like a 4-point favorite. I think both guys, Cousins and Garoppolo, are very good. I think that the Vikings made a great decision getting rid of Case Keenum. Getting rid of Case Keenum and inserting Kirk Cousins was a move that was an A-plus move. So they got a ton of veterans up front. You know, Griffin, Robeson, Linval Joseph, Hunter. It is such a tough defense. And Anthony Barr. And the Vikings are stacked. And DeFilippo was a wonderful hire. I mean, there's nothing you could really get mad about with the Minnesota Vikings. There is nothing you could get mad about with them. So that's going to be an incredible game. It's going to tell us a lot about both teams week one. It's a 1:00 game in Minnesota. It's going to be tough, though. I mean, even the Saints lost to the Vikings last year in week one. So, oh my gosh, is it going to be so damn tough. I look at the Chargers. I like Derwin James. I like Nwosi. I think they drafted pretty damn well. The LA Chargers. I'm not a huge Phillip Rivers fan. Everyone seems to love Rivers. Out of every quarterback in that division, Pat Mahomes is just so exponentially better than Derek Carr, than Phillip Rivers, than Case Keenum. I mean, Rivers can't even throw the ball more than 25 yards. Mahomes is going to be magic. I mean, Mahomes, Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill. You look at the running back, Kareem Hunt, and Travis Kelce, the best tight end in the NFL right now. That offense is going to be just almost impossible to stop. And then on defense, you could patch it together and still win the division. So until somebody beats Kansas City, I still think Kansas City's going to be on top. Now, you look at the Chargers, I mean, you have Hayward, you have Derwin James. You have a pretty good defense, okay? Joey Bosa and Ingram, of course, up front is what we think about. But I still believe in Kansas City. And I know that Kansas City didn't have a sexy draft at all, but I still believe in the Chiefs in that division, though. Oh, yeah. So, Tyron, right, okay. Oh, I got you. You're going to put Collins at right tackle. I got you. I think that I'm going to go with Goodwin. I really am. I'm going to go with Goodwin getting more targets. The grade for the 49ers draft, I gave it a C. I wanted a running back. I'm really worried about the linebacking core. I'm worried a little bit. Fred Warner is a very modern linebacker, but at the same time, he's a little bit undersized. And he's a guy that's very good in coverage, but he's not as physical of a guy as you would want. And you're going to be putting in guys like Brock Coyle is going to be back. You know, I think Harold is going to be back. Like, I'm a little worried about the linebacking core. And then you have guys that are pretty inexperienced. I mean, Jimmy Ward is experienced. Sherman's experienced. But you're relying on Witherspoon and Colbert. And Colbert did play well, but again, it's a very small sample size for Colbert and Witherspoon as well. So you could have gotten a guy like Josh Jackson. You could have the running back position is really, really poor. So I'm really worried that you're not going to have balance in the attack. And I assumed that the 49ers somewhere would get a running back that they would. I thought the 49ers would somewhere get a running back that actually would pan out and actually would be a guy that's a 3-down guy. And Carlos Hyde at least resembles that. But when you have McKinnon, when you have Breda, both of those guys do not resemble those backs. And then you're relying on a Joe Williams that we've never really seen before at this level. So there's a little bit of concerns. The defensive line is all really high, valuable picks that need to play better. Solomon Thomas is the third overall pick. He needs to work on explosion from the pass rushing position. He can't be getting 3 sacks like last year. DeForest Buckner needs to take a leap. So these are a couple of things that I want to see happen. I don't think there's any chance that Alex Smith is leading the Redskins to the playoffs. A 0.00000 chance. A lot of times we've been talking about Mahomes. We've been talking about Rivers, Jimmy G. These are all guys I love. Alex Smith, you can put him down. I do not like him one bit, one iota. Alex Smith in the playoffs never gets the job done. 49ers fans will remember 0 for 11 against the New York Giants when that game was there for the taking. I know he had a good game the week before against the Saints. He ran in the touchdown. He was a hero, but he is not consistent enough. Then he goes up big on the Indianapolis Colts and can't close the door on Andrew Luck, even though he threw 4 touchdowns that day. Then he's up on the Tennessee Titans. He does not shut the door. Big Ben will shut the door on your face. Tom Brady will shut the door on your face. Mariota showed this year that he could shut the door. And Alex Smith, I mean, he can't shut the door. He can't make the big second-level throw. You thought that with the Kansas City Chiefs, the way that they played against the Patriots, the way that they played on Saturday Night Football against the Chargers, you thought the Kansas City Chiefs would be a team that could go ahead and make a run at the AFC this year, and they failed to do that in all regards. I love Saquon Barkley. I think Saquon, like out of all the fantasy running backs, I think Saquon's going to be the guy that I'm probably going to be looking at picking there in the first round of fantasy. What other running backs do you guys like in fantasy football? Go ahead and mark that down. Yeah, I mean, John, yeah, he is 6'3". He just needs to be bulkier. When you watch him, he looks too much like Mark Barron. He looks too much like the linebacker. So, woo. How you doing, man? Rude, what's going on, pal? Thanks so much for watching the videos. The last couple of videos, man, were, boy, they were so, they were kind of personal, kind of intense there. Kind of was in a weird frame of mind, but kind of a deep, a little bit tinge of anger frame of mind. So I'll look up the unrestricted free agents that the Giants picked up. I think that's a really good question there for the podcast. Yep, Kareem Hunt is big time. Zeke is big time. So let's see this. All right. Let's see the free agents for the Giants. I know that the Bears got a good one in Henry Tolliver or Kevin Tolliver. So here we go. We got Temple safety here. We got an East Carolina wide receiver, ECU wide receiver. Aaron Davis. Aaron Davis is a guy that I watched a lot. Maybe he was too damn slow, but Aaron Davis definitely. Aaron Davis for sure is going to be good. RK, you like D. Geis? I mean, the thing is, though, Chris Thompson was playing pretty well. And John, just pop him in right here. Everything is on YouTube. No way, King. Heck no, man. Hell no. Davis Webb till the end of time, man. Davis Webb, I'll never give up on him. Never until it's all said and done. That's the strongest prediction I've ever had. And people always say, why do you make predictions about Davis Webb? Because he's never played a football game at the NFL level. And the reason why I do it is because you want to be a prophet. You know, you want to be able to predict the future. It's fun predicting the future. And then when you mess up real bad, like say Baker Mayfield sucks, say Mahomes is just garbage, it's fun then to go back and you guys can roast me for really shitty opinions, and it's just fun predicting shit. So that's what I do. That's what I think people should do on YouTube. I always enjoy that. It's never too early to start talking about football. You guys love football all the time. I love football. And the thing that sucks too is that, like with this rookie minicamp, we can't see shit. You know, we can't see shit from this rookie minicamp. Like all we see is like a screen pass. All we see is like there's a legend that comes out and like Josh Allen meets Jim Kelly. We don't see shit. And even in training camp, like you go to a training camp now, it used to be you go to training camp and you'd go like at a really small college and the whole team would stay in dorms and you'd have great access to the players. But you go to a training camp, it's at the facility. You maybe get 1 or 2 days where they're at the stadium where you watch them do some half-ass drills and then they're gone. They're so petrified of the NFL catching on to their product, and really you don't see shit. And that's what's really frustrating. You have to really put a lot of stock into what the football reporters are telling you on Twitter, you know, like, oh, this guy had a great throw down the sideline, oh, intercepted. You just have to listen to the NFL commenters talk about it, and they're not going to trash guys because they're happy to have that access anyway. Podcast is on YouTube. I do a show in the Philadelphia area. I completely agree, Rude, 1,000%. I'm really excited. Ben McAdoo buried him last year, but I like Lauletta too. It's going to be an incredible competition. I think the Giants are even in better shape than Sam Darnold. I think Darnold is a bust. I'm worried about Josh Allen. I think the Giants quarterback room is even better than the Ravens quarterback room. A lot of people love Lamar Jackson. Some people still think that Griffin can be legit. But Flacco, Griffin, and Jackson, I would take Lauletta, Webb, and Eli over that quarterback room as well. I do. I trust all three guys to develop. I think so. I definitely think so, man, because Baltimore is a tough place to play, so A.J. McCarron is going to start over Josh Allen. And, John, I agree about McKinnon, but I think that A.J. McCarron will definitely start over Allen, and I'm decently excited to see what the kid is going to do, McCarron. I mean, he's not like a Tannehill. It's not like we have evidence that he sucks, right? It's not like we've been watching him. It's not like he's Andy Dalton. It's not like he has big concerns like Goff, like Dak Prescott. Those are guys that I think have big concerns. A.J. McCarron's a blank slate, and that's what's entertaining about McCarron. I guess you can say the same thing about everyone in the rookie class, but I'm excited about McCarron. I saw things that I really liked on tape from McCarron. Yeah, Angel, that's a fantastic question. Fantastic question, Pat Shermer. So at first, Angel, I'll say this, all right? At first, I was I was thinking it was a meh hire, right? I kind of wanted, I kind of looked at Patricia, a splashier defensive guy. Pat Shermer, the Browns, the Brandon Whedon games where he didn't cash in. He just went like 5-11 with the Brownies. And then, of course, the offense is conservative. It isn't the prettiest looking thing. And yes, the Vikings lost to the Panthers, and the Vikings got really lucky to even win one single football game because the Saints flat out beat them. And literally, you had to have a guy make one of the worst plays in the history of our league. But that's besides the point. The point about Pat Shermer is that Shermer has learned from his first experience. This offense will help Eli Manning. It is a run-first offense, a balanced attack where you will be running the football. It's the complete opposite of Ben McAdoo. It's the opposite of a West Coast offense. It's the opposite of a let's throw the ball 40 times and throw the ball only 3 yards a throw. That's not Eli's strong suit. He is not an accurate Phillip Rivers type of person, type of quarterback. And listen, Pat Shermer is a guy that's stable. He's going to bring the team together. He's going to unite it. From a personality standpoint, I am so in. And then you add his scheme. I think he's learned. I am totally in on the hire right now, Angel. So from the time it happened to now, I am even so far in this. I'm so far convinced that this was completely the right decision. And I loved how he drafted, and I love how him and David work. And knock on wood, that progression or that sort of development will continue to be even more smooth or as we go on with time. So, great question. I like this new crop of coaches. I do. I look, though, at the Lions, Patricia, Jim Bob, who's okay, who's really a little bit overrated because of the name and everything. So I look at the Lions. I do like Patricia. I like everything he's going to bring. I like Bob Quinn. I think they're going to do well together. Not really this year. John Gruden, difficult division. Denver's defense got a lot better. John Elway had a hell of a draft. I don't see him doing great this year. But I'm really excited to see Carr and Cooper kind of develop under John Gruden. So that he's one of my favorite coaches, though, in all of football. I love how passionate John is. So I'm going to be rooting, though, for the Raiders to do pretty well. And then, a guy I really like, a University of Delaware guy, Matt Nagy. I think that the Bears are also trending up. So the teams that are trending up, the Lions are trending up, the Bears are trending up. This year, Nagy, if he wins 6 or 7 games, you're still going to see Mitchell Trubisky progress, and Nagy is absolutely perfect. So that's a home run hire. I think Patricia's a home run hire. I think Pat Shermer's going to have the best overall season. It's really hard to get on any of the coaching hires. The only one that might be a little bit skeptical is John Gruden. He's been out of football for a while. How will he adapt? He had some good years, but he was also inconsistent. And then Steve Wilks, a defensive coach, great behind the podium. Will he contribute on offense? Will he be a guy that, will the Cardinals succeed? Will the Cardinals succeed? I like Roger Lewis. Roger Lewis probably. But even the guy last year, like even Rudolph will be interesting too. I think it's crazy. I think that's the craziest story of the offseason, King Braz, is the LA Rams. I mean, you're absolutely right. Sue, Talib, Marcus Peters. It's so many personalities. And the interesting thing, the case study is that they didn't get a lot of diva wide receivers. I mean, you have Todd Gurley, Brandon Cooks, all pretty reserved guys, on the offensive side of the football. And defensively, you have, just so many guys that are known to be outspoken. Sue has done stuff on the field. Peters has gotten rejected and kicked out of his former college, Washington University, UW. And then you look at Talib, the chain thing, the nightclub situation, the Crabtree fights. So there's absolutely tangible evidence how polarizing they are, but they're all playing defense. And you look at Josh Norman, his antics can be borderline crazy, but it works when you play cornerback in the NFL. When you play wide receiver, you get penalized. Your quarterback's off kilter with you. So I think it's going to be okay. I'm just not as high on the Rams as everybody is. Jared Goff is all right. You're adding so many personalities. How will they handle adversity? A team like the Vikings that is congruent, a team like the Niners that is congruent, a team like the Giants that is building, a team like Tampa, the Saints and the Panthers. There's just a lot of competition and a lot of teams that are congruent. So I'm a little worried about the LA Rams. I'm definitely not saying Rams, going to easily win the West. I think the Niners win the West. And the Rams can certainly bomb. Absolutely. We got to get the kickoff returns and keep them in the game because Devin Hester and guys like that, you love watching guys like that. Dion, Devin, Hester, guys like I know Brian Mitchell was a really good returner. Dominic Hickson. There's so many guys that were fun to watch. Even Cromartie, I remember him catching it against the Vikings and returning it 101 yards off missed field goals, and that was so fun. Very true. Very true, John. I mean, the medal rounds with guys like George Kittle from Iowa, you're right. You're so right. Trent Taylor, absolutely. Everybody contributed. Bourne, I mean, there's so many rookies on this team that contributed, especially on the offensive side of the football. And Solomon's solid. I mean, Solomon's going to play for a while. It's just, will his upside ever get to that point? Will his upside ever be like really, really freaky? Is he fast enough to really get a lot of sacks in this league? And that's what we're going to find out. So, listen, guys, it's been wonderful. I've loved hanging out with every one of you. It's fun getting up here and doing a video. And I only planned to go 12 minutes, but the questions were so damn good that I couldn't help but go 30 minutes with you guys. I mean, you guys were the reason that I was here. And the thing is, sometimes you do a live stream, you get your point across, you take your time, there's a couple of comments, you kind of, you milk the questions a little bit. But today we were firing, full tilt boogie, and we were full tilt boogieing the show, and it was great. So have a wonderful Friday. Enjoy your Mother's Day, everybody, and I'll be around to do some videos, and we'll get through this off season together. Might have to watch some NBA playoffs. Might have to watch the Dubs play in the NBA playoffs as well. So, hey, thank you guys so much. You guys are a lot of fun. Thanks for listening into the show.